Hi guys, Jess again, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought, why not do a what's in my university backpack / school supplies haul. I'm filming this very late, as in today are my university classes, like they're beginning today. But doesn't matter, better late than never. So to start off, this is the backpack I'll be using this year. It's an Under Armour Storm backpack. So it has one pocket right here, another one right here, and then one last here. It also has a shoe compartment at the bottom. And since I do live in Canada, it's very useful because it is rain and snow resistant to a certain point, but it is good enough for me to get to the door to my car. So this is what I'll be putting all of my stuff in. Next up, I also have my Contigo water bottle so that it can keep my water cold. It's a 20-ounce bottle. I also have some that aren't isolated, I guess. And I'll just be putting it at the side of my bag, and I always have a water bottle or two in my backpack because I don't always get out of class and go put some more water in it, so usually I bring two just in case. Next up, I'm gonna go with the basics. I have wooden pencils. So these are the ones I'll be using this year. Next up, I have Post-its, because you can never have too many of those. Although I will put a disclaimer out there, I have some stuff from last year that I can still use, so that's what I'll be doing. Before opening these, I'll actually be finishing up the ones that I have. There aren't a lot left, but there are still some left. Same thing goes for pens, pencils, erasers, anything that I can still use. I'll be finishing them up before opening the rest. So these are the Post-its. I went a little bit neon this time, so orange, pink, and green. Next up, I have more Post-its, but these ones are thinner, so I can put them around my computer screen every time I have an exam coming up. I usually write the date on it and the subject that my exam is in, and I just put it around my computer screen, just so that I have it in my face when I have an exam and when to study. I have pens. I actually have 2 packs of these. These ones are the color ones, and these ones are the black, blue, and red ones. Like I said, I still have some left, but I don't have a lot left. Like, I'm getting on my last length with them. So I bought these ones so that I can like correct my papers, I guess, because sometimes you can correct your own papers, sometimes you correct the ones from others. It depends on the professor you get. So these ones are going to be very useful, and then these ones are just so I can color code my notes. Most of the stuff, like most of my classes, I can take notes on my computer, but I do like to redo some in color just so that I can map out everything that I need. Next up, I have some erasers. They're just basic ones. I just need them to do the job, and they do it. Another very useful thing to have is a stapler, because sometimes your professor hands you a lot of papers but they don't staple them, so having a mini one on you at all times just so you can like separate them, the papers that go in certain piles together, and staple them is very useful. So this is a must if you're in university or college and that you have professors that don't staple them already. This is a must. I also have this pack of highlighters. It's just a simple one, just the blue, yellow, orange, and pink. And they're, like I said, last year's ones are still good, but they are on their last length, so I got new ones. This is the pack I get every year, so yeah, nothing more than just highlighting things that are important in books. Next up, I just have this simple pencil case that has 2 storage compartments, and I really like it. I really like the ones with 2 storage compartments because I can like separate my pencils with my pencil sharpener and then the rest in the other one so that like it doesn't darken up your eraser. I don't know if you guys understand, but it's just, to me, it's very important for my pencil cases to have 2 compartments. I also got this tiny pouch that's just to put like nail clippers, hairbrush, deodorant, stuff like that, just so that I don't have them loose in my bag, but a place where I can just put them all together. So basically personal hygiene stuff. So I got this notebook that says "You can change the world, girl," just so I can write some notes in there, some YouTube ideas, anything like that. So this is just very useful. I usually never get notebooks like these, but I thought it'd be useful this year, a little change of organization, I guess. So once again, very useful. Every year I get an agenda, and this year I got this one. I really like it because it doesn't have like the spirals on the side, because I usually just end up throwing it in my bag and it just destroys it completely. And this one has like this little bookmark thingy, and it's just really colorful, very well organized. So this is the one to go. It's the simplified planner. It goes from July 2019 to June 2020, and yeah, it wasn't cheap per se. It wasn't expensive either. It was just more than I usually pay for agendas, but this one seems to have a different way to organize things that I think will keep me more up to date than my other agendas that I usually use. I also got just a 4-pack of Hilroy exercise books because I usually write my notes in this instead of just loose sheets, since it's easier to gather up together. So I have one for every subject. They're only 32 pages, so I usually end up using them all. Next up, I got dividers. So I have 8 large tabs, 5 large tabs, and 5 large tabs. This one is colored, and these two are just plain clear, and I'm actually putting all of my subjects in one binder. I do have extra binders at home in case it gets too cluttered, but like I said, most of my stuff is done on the computer, and I just need to like separate my notes other than that, so it's not really that much of a problem to me. Might be a problem to others, but that's just the way I like to organize my things. I also have these poly binder / pockets, and they're very useful for when you have loose sheets. You can just put them in the pockets and then put holes in them when you have time. Of course, you wouldn't go far there without sheets, but I usually don't end up using them all because I do have my exercise books that I write my notes in them, or my computer, but I always have a little stash in the back of my binder just in case I'm running out of space or we just need one loose sheet for exercises. So this one is just a pack of 150. They're nothing very fancy, but they do the job. So next up, I do have my 1.5-inch binder. It's just from Staples. Most of my stuff is from Staples or Walmart, except my backpack and my water bottle, but it's just a 1.5-inch, like I said, and it's very simple. It's just what I'll be putting all of my subjects in. Like I said, I do have extras at home, binders, so that if anything happens and I don't want them to be together anymore, I can just separate them, but for now that's just gonna be the good option for me. So in my backpack, this is more of like something that I bought this year because I did get it last year for my first year of university, but I do have my MacBook Air. It's just the 2017 version. So I have a cover on it, which I'll need to change because it actually cracked, but this is just a simple MacBook to use for notes and presentations, like to follow in class. I also have this little pencil case, I guess, but I don't use it as a pencil case. It's a hard shell, so I just put all of my chargers in there, so it just keeps them organized and out of the way, so that I don't have to like just throw them in my backpack. They're just in one spot, so that's very useful again. So I do have an extra one just in case this one gives out, because it has been damaged a lot for when I keep throwing it in my bag or having books being thrown on it. So just in case, I have this new one, this gray one, as a spare one, but until it completely is destroyed, I am going to keep using the black one. Now this one is more for home use, but it's a calendar that I got at Walmart. And this one is more like just to have it in my face, like at my desk over there, just so that I can like see all my exam dates instead of always having to look in my agenda, just so that I have the important events marked down in front of my face. So once again, very useful indeed. So that is all for today's video. All of my university supplies that I've shown you, my backpack, my water bottle. So I'll be organizing them all right after this video because I do have my first class at 10. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, a comment, anything. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!